Welcome back to Computer Studies, 10th English Medium, Chapter number 11, Part 2 video. Name of the chapter is Data Types, Operators and Expressions in C Language. Fine, so till now the topic which we were discussing was data types in C. Until now I taught you two types of data type, that is integer and float. Fine. Now in both the above cases we were able to store only numbers. But what happens if we need to store a name of a student or gender or city name, or say if you want to just store M for male and F for female, single letter you want to store, means if you need to store alphabets, what to do? So to store alphabet values, we need to use the keyword char. Okay. So in the integer we used to use int, in float float float, right? Like that way you have to use here char. Now it can store a single integer, a single character value. Try to understand this thing. If you declare a variable with character data type, it will be able to store only one character. You cannot store the complete name. How to store the complete name or a sentence, that I will teach you later on. Just now I will continue with the discussion of character data type, which is capable of storing a single character. It requires 1 byte of memory space. Okay, and each character is associated with an integer value called ASCII value. It's a very common word. The full form is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, in your textbook also, and on page number 310, the ASCII values of characters is given, from where you will come to know that each alphabet has got a ASCII value. Please see that page number 310. Fine. Now we proceed further. Now if you declare a variable with character data type by using the keyword char, then the range will be -128 to +127, and the bytes occupied will be 1. Okay. Fine. Example is given here. Character gender, either the person will enter M or F. Fine. Now if you declare unsigned character, then it will store the values from 0 to 255, and here again the bytes required will be the same, 1. Now to explain you this thing, that each number has got its ASCII, each alphabet has got its ASCII value, and these all things, I will solve a practical thing, or I will try to explain you the thing with the help of a practical. So to explain you the use of character data type, I am going to declare 4 variables of character data type and assign different types of values to each of them. Fine. So in my old program I delete all these things. Fine. Rest of the thing will remain the same. Here a small change will be programmed to illustrate the use of character data type. Okay, clear screen and everything is okay. Now char, since it's a keyword, so its color changed into white. First variable is gender. Okay, gender is equal to male or female. So I type, see, one thing I forgot, not double quotes, single quote. I have to use single quote M. Okay. So I have assigned M to gender. Another variable I declare character choice. Okay. I assign a capital alphabet. Choice is yes or no. Y for yes. Single quote, capital Y. Again, I forgot to add semicolons here. Fine. Third variable I declare is number. Okay, and instead of a character, I assign 2. What is 2? 2 is a number, right? Just see, here I have assigned small alphabet, here capital alphabet, here a number 2. Now this 2 also will not work for any addition, subtraction, anything. It will not be an integer value. It will be stored as a character value. And its ASCII value also I will show you just now. Now I declare another variable name special character, or I give you the name sp underscore character is equal to, okay, at or hash. Okay, so I assign hash. Fine. Now I will do two things. First thing is I will print the value which is stored in all these 4 variables. Besides, I will also print the ASCII value of each and every character which is stored in different variables. So we begin. Printf in a new line, so /n. Now here I type the whole statement so that you are clear. The character stored in gender is, what will come here, %C. So it will display me M. Okay, try to understand. And its ASCII value is %D. Now that will, ASCII value will be integer data type. So I type %D, comma, the name of the variable. What is the name of the variable? Gender. What is the name of the other variable? Gender. Why 2 times gender? Because this gender is connected to %C and this gender is connected to %D. I hope you are clear. Same way another printf I will put. Now I will not waste time in typing the whole statement. I will just type like this way, %C and %D, comma. Now here I want to print the value lying in choice. So I type the name of the variable choice. Comma, choice. Fine. Now the value lying in variable number. What is the value lying in number? 2. Right. So %C and its ASCII value is %D, that is integer value. Name of the variable is number. Fine. And the last thing is special character. Printf /n %C and %D, comma, sp underscore char, sp underscore. Fine. So our work is done. Now I will show you the output. Compile, success, run. Can you see? First statement I have completely printed. The character stored in gender is M. Had we stored small m? Yes, it's displaying M. Am I right? And its ASCII value is 109. You can compare it with your textbook page number 310. Here it will show the value of small m will be 109. Is it showing? Just check. Another thing, capital Y, and its value is, ASCII value is 89. Then see, we are stored an instead of alphabet we had stored a number 2, right? But here 2 is also considered as a alphabet, and that is why its ASCII value is 50 integer, right? It's not 2, and the ASCII value of hash is 35. So like this way I have demonstrated you the use of character data type. The next type of data type which we are going to learn is empty data set. Now what is empty data set? Then C provides a special data type identified by the keyword void. We always type void before main, am I right? So that is an empty data type. Now this data type has no value, hence we denote it to be empty. It is used mainly as a return type of functions. C program consists of functions, and functions in C may return a value. If we don't want the function to return a value, then we can use the prefix void with it. Now I hope that you have not understood anything, so I will explain you. Now see, if you look at the practical given in the textbook, before main, it is they may have used the keyword int, integer main. Means the function main which we have performed using the under the curly brackets will return a integer value, right? So textbook has written the program in such a way that each program, whichever program you see, it will be written float main or int main, something like that way will be written. Another thing, if you look at any of the program given in your textbook, then at the end of the function they have typed return 0 semicolon. Just observe. So that function is returning a value 0, which is the output of integer main function. Like that way it is. While whatever program I type, okay, or what I make you type, in that I don't use the return at the end of the program before the last curly bracket. I do not use return, I use another function getCH, and that is why my function doesn't return any value, and so before main I always type void. It is little bit difficult for you to understand, but void means this thing, empty. Fine. Then the next topic is very simple, assigning values to variables. Now variables once declared can be assigned values during the execution of the program. If you have declared a variable a, b, c, int, a, b and c, then a is equal to 10, c is equal to a plus b, means anytime you can assign the value to the variable. The value assigned has to be relevant to the specification of the data type. That you have to be careful. That suppose if you have declared a integer variable and you input a value with fractional part, then it will create an error. So that you have to keep in mind. Now the syntax, variable is equal to value. For example, radius is equal to 15. Another thing is, you can also assign the value to the variable at the time of declaration itself. Try to understand this concept. See, the another thing is, when you declare a variable, at that time only you assign a value. Like that way also could be done. That is known as initialization. Okay, I give you an example. Int radius is equal to 15 semicolon. Then as soon as the radius variable was born, he was given a value, that is 15. Another example of this one, assigning value later on. Another example I give you, int radius semicolon, that statement gets over there. Next statement, radius is equal to 15, right? So that is like this way you can assign the value. Third way is, you can scan the value. For example, it is an integer variable, then we use %d, character variable %c, okay, in double quotes using the scanf function, comma and means ampersand, the name of the variable. So like this way you can assign the values to the variable. It's very simple. Next topic, user defined data type. Now what is this user defined data type? C allows user to create new entries from the existing one. What is this thing? That it allows us to create new entities. It should be actually not entries, it's a spelling mistake here. C allows the user to create new entity from the existing one. We can create a new data type by making the use of the existing data type. I will explain you just now. First I am reading. For that, two keywords, typedef, that is typedef, and enum are used in C for generating user defined data type. Means say for example there is a data type named int, but if you don't want to use int for declaring any integer variable, you want to use your own name, that is say you want to use a name natural, then you have to declare like this way, that enum, or using typedef also, typedef, then next thing is int and then space and variable name. That just now I will explain you in detail. We carry on further. Both these keywords define a variable that can be used as a data type in our program. Now see, actually C does not allow us to create a new data type, that is a fact. Okay. Instead it allows us to give an alias to an existing data type. What is alias? Means pet name. Okay, your name is something else in your school, in your classroom, but your parents may be calling you using your pet name, or the person who likes you will be calling you using your pet name, right? So that is alias. Your name, actual name remains as it is, but you are called by some other name. Or syntax. Syntax is like this way, that typedef, data type and variable. Here data type refers to an existing data type. I had given you this example just now. For example, integer or float. Okay, here first thing will be integer, float, character, whatever thing you want to give another name, that you will have to type as the data type here. And then this variable means refers to a new name that we want to assign to the available data type. I hope you have understood. Once again I repeat, typedef you have to type, then you have to type the existing data type, and then you have to type a new name which you want to give to that existing data type. Still if not clear, then we will solve with an example. See here, typedef char alpha. Now wherever I will use the word alpha in my C program, it will understand that I am declaring a variable with character data type. Another example, typedef double, twice. Wherever I want to declare a variable with double data type, I will use twice. Okay. So the first statement gives an alias alpha to the character data type, while the second statement gives the alias twice to the double data type. After providing an alias to declare a character variable called choice and double variable called amount, we can use the following statement. Now if I want to declare a variable choice of character data type, I have to simply type here alpha choice. Now I want to declare a variable amount with double data type, then I have to type here twice. So this thing is type definition. According to me, this is a useless thing, hopeless thing. It will confuse the people who are reading your program also, so don't use this thing. Then enumerated data type. This I will have to explain you in detail. This is a tough topic. Enumerated data type can be created in C by using keyword enum. syntax is enum, identifier, then curly brackets, then whatever value you want to give, value 1, value 2, value 3, any value till value n, whatever you want to give, that value you can give. Here enum is the keyword. Try to understand, enum is the keyword. Identifier is the name that can be used to define a new variable. Value 1 to the value n refers to the names of numeric constants, that is 0 to 0, 1, 2, etc. The variable defined using enum can be assigned any numeric values or values given in curly brackets. Now like this way, you will not be able to understand the thing, so we will try to understand it with a example. An example, enum, money. In curly bracket I have written 4 things, rupee, comma dollar, comma pound, comma yen. Second statement is enum, money, currency. Here I have forgotten to do semicolon after the first statement. Here semicolon will come. Semicolon will come after each statement. And then currency is equal to dollar. So here I have typed 3 statements to explain you the enum data type. Now I am explaining you all 3 statements one by one. The first statement defines enumerated data type money. The first statement, what does it do? It defines enumerated data type money. The next statement declares a variable currency of type money. It declares a variable currency with type money. And the last statement, currency is equal to dollar. The last statement assigns value dollar to currency and is equivalent to currency is equal to 1. I repeat this statement. Last I have written here, currency is equal to dollar. So the last statement assigns value dollar to currency and is equivalent to currency is equal to 1. Now here rupee, dollar, pound and yen. Rupee, dollar, pound and yen refers to numeric constants 0, 1, 2 and 3 respectively. 0 means rupee, 1 means dollar, 2 means pound and 3 means yen. These numeric constants are assigned by the compiler automatically. You don't have to tell this is 0, this is 1. It is assigned automatically by the compiler. It is possible to modify these values by assigning new values. For example, if you want rupee to be equivalent to 10, dollar to be equivalent to 50, pound to be equivalent to 75 and yen equivalent to 100, then we may write the first statement as enum money into curly bracket rupee is equal to 10, dollar is equal to 50, means putting comma in between. Here you will have to type rupee is equal to 10, dollar is equal to 50, pound is equal to 75 and yen is equal to 100. Like that way you can assign different values, otherwise it will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now the statement currency is equal to dollar will be equivalent to currency is equal to 50. Okay, since you have assigned a value 50 here, so now currency is equal to 50, otherwise it was equal to 1 when I used to type dollar, right? Currency is equal to dollar, first it was displaying 1 because 0 and 1, while like this way you can change the value. Next thing, derived data type. Now see, as seen in the previous topics, C is extensible language. The basic data types may suffice our needs in many cases, but it may not be appropriate to use them due to the complexity involved. Say for example, if you want to store the grades of 15 students, now in such case what you will have to do? Just now we were learning that if you want to store one numeric value, okay, you can assign integer data type, right? But you will be able to store the grade of one student using one variable. But if you want to store the grade of 15 students, then you will have to define 15 variables. Try to understand, you will have to define 15 variables. Handling 15 variables may increase the complexity of the program. For example, there are 800 students studying in my school, 900 students. Then I will have to declare 900 variables and I will have to remember the names of 900 variables. And if there are 7 subjects, then I will have to declare so many variables, 900 multiplied by 7, that many variables. That will make the complex program complex. Similarly, if we need to store complete information of 15 students like their roll number, gender, name and address, then we may need additional variables. So grouping of the variables may become a problem here. To overcome this problem, C provides us derived data types. Derived data types are array, structure, union and pointers. These all are different derived data types, from which just now we will try to understand what is array. It's very simple, you will be able to understand what's an array. It is possible to create a data structure called array in C language. This data structure consists of a group of variables having the same property. I will explain you with the help of an example just now. How is it given in syntax? First thing will be data type, then variable name and then will be the size. Okay. Just now we were seeing the example that we want to store the grade of 15 students, right? Then here what you will have to write? Float. Data type will be character, grade means character. Data type character, char. Then variable name, what you will put here? Grade. And how many students marks you want to store? 15. So here you will have to write in the size 15, right? Then here the data type can be any data type. It would be integer, float, character, or it could be any derived data type or user defined data type, anything it could be. Variable is the name of the array and the size refers to the number of elements in the array. Now I will explain you this concept properly with an example. This is just the thing which I read from the textbook which I had typed here. Now practically I will explain you with an example. See, I want to store the mark of 10 students. Then very simple, I use the array method. What will I do? Marks are of integer data type, so I will declare a variable of which data type? Integer. So I will type here int. Then what will I do? I will type here the name of the variable marks. Then how many students marks I want to store? So in the square bracket I will have to mention that number. Okay. There will be no space in between marks and the square bracket. Straight away. Fine. So 10. If I mention here 10, then it will allow me to store the marks of 10 students under the name of single variable, that is marks. Okay. Another example I give you. Now I have written a statement here. char, character variable. Name. What is the name of the variable? Name. I want to store the student name inside it. How many names will I be able to store? Only one name. Try to understand why. Because name is made up of characters and this is the array of characters. And if I declare character name into bracket 20, I will be able to store maximum 19 characters here. Because in the previous video I had explained you, when you store a string means a sentence or name or a word. At that time the last character will be null. So 19 alphabets or white space or special characters or anything here. Okay, but last will be null. So 19 plus 1. Another example I give you. Character, name, square bracket, open, square bracket, close. No value if I type here. Then which type of array it is? In this type of array, if you declare array of this way, in this way, without specifying the size, then it will allow you to enter any number of characters. 5, 10, 100, 50, any number. Okay. Now another example. Character, name, square bracket, open, close. Here I have not mentioned the size. Is equal to, into double quotes I have written here, C language. Okay. Then automatically how many bytes will be allotted? It will allocate, how many letters are here? 1, 2, white space is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So here automatically the compiler will assign 10 plus 1 for null, that is 11 bytes space. So these all are the examples of array. We will discuss about arrays in detail. We have got a full chapter of arrays only. In that chapter I will be explaining you in detail about the arrays.